Hey, welcome to Voice to Love. We teach love, for this is who we are. Yeah, we are in the mix. I've got a special guest host, the lovely Aurelie, right here. And yeah, today we are excited to talk about something pretty cool with our love family. And what we're talking about in specific is, meditation and the older generation. That's something quite interesting to talk about. And, we really obviously has a lot of in-depth experience around that area. And I just wanted to find out from her, what her experiences have been in the past and, if she's witnessed, the older generation in general, based on their experience, embracing this modality of wellness from the East, and if you're in the West, if it's something that actually works. So, yeah, really, it will be nice to hear what your opinion, experiences, and what you've done with the older generation around meditation.
Yeah, I started teaching meditation to a small group of all the generations, all the ladies, and it is quite a challenge often for these older generations to keep practicing what I teach as a meditation relaxation. So I find that often I personally feel that meditation is a way of being and living. So you have to keep practicing this way throughout your day, right? Whatever situation or challenges you're being thrown at in your life, in your daily life and moment to moment life journey. It's important to remain calm, peaceful in all the situations. That's the way of living through meditation way of living in a peaceful way so that you feel good at all times, no matter what situation, difficult challenges you're facing. And I find it sometimes difficult for all the people to keep practicing this, moment to moment or day to day practice. So, for example, you'll do it in the morning, you do a meditation in the morning, and then you have a challenging situation in the afternoon, and the person would have forgotten already what they learned in the morning in the meditation.
So yeah, so basically, what you're saying is, based on your experiences with the older generation in general that you've dealt with, is that they haven't sort of like adapted the concept of mindfulness. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's more like integrated. It's when you learn something like a practice, you know that it's integrated within your mind body system. So this is, when you can say, okay, I've integrated this way of living through this meditation lifestyle, because meditation is not just a once-off session or like a 1 hour meditation daily, just sitting and telling yourself I'm peaceful, I'm zen, and I'm in this present moment. And then it's really a moment to moment practice. So at any time you have to remind yourself in every situation to remain peaceful, and that's often a challenge, to keep practicing this all throughout the day in all situations, whether good situations or bad situations you encounter in your day. So yeah, for all the generation, it's really a new way of doing things and living. So that's why it may be more challenging for them to integrate this new learning, this new way
Okay,
of being,
I hear you. So
because there's deeply ingrained habits
yeah,
already and
yeah.
behaviors.
Okay. So yeah. So you obviously you know your work is it just doesn't help younger people. It helps all age groups, from toddlers all the way
Yeah.
up to the older generation, which is really the reason why we specifically focusing on the older generation, because I've seen that the younger generation is in a much better space because they are in line with technological advances or advancements in our day and era right now. And the older generation may not have had so much exposure to
These
a lot of
modalities or
or
techniques.
a lot of information in general. That's what
Yes.
I was trying to say. A
Mhm.
lot of information,
Yes.
and the reason why is because they didn't have the internet and stuff like that. And the
Yeah.
older generation, sorry, the younger generation, obviously they have more access and better access. So the older generation would somewhat in a way be lagging behind everybody else as far as having information around this. So
Mm.
yeah, so based on your experience, let me put myself in an older person's shoes. All right, asking you as somebody who's obviously has so much experience in this. I'll say, for example, I'm in my 80s. I've never heard about this. I'm living in the West, maybe in Luxembourg, maybe France, Switzerland, whatever. And I don't spend that much time on the internet. Stick to my old ways. But at the same time, every now and then I get into very deep depressive states, and I get very anxious. How would you you know to me or educate me about meditation in general? What would you say to me in that case
I
if I were
guess.
in that state?
Yeah, so there's different ways I would deal with this situation. I mean, there's different techniques to help deal with your emotions, this anxiety or the stress that you're dealing with. So there's, the technique of breathing. So I will teach you breathing techniques, relaxation technique, but also you can also release those negative emotions, the stress, the
Yeah, how
anxiety
do how do I how do I do
through
that? How do I do that?
through praying as well. You can also pray about it. I mean, that's the easiest way to do it, is to start setting the intention of releasing and letting go of that emotion instantly. I think the intention plays an important role here. Setting the intention and your willingness to shift your negative emotions into a positive feeling
All right, so
emotion or positive emotion, such as feeling good, for example. So you go
yeah,
from that stress mode to relaxing and ease and feeling better. So yeah, it's
yeah.
about really teaching your mind, changing your mindset from this negative emotion to feeling a positive one. So you replace the negative emotion by a positive one, but
Yeah,
it's through
so
your thoughts,
because
thinking.
because you know,
So praying, yeah, is a good
in
way.
because what I've learned and what I've adapted to here in the West is a medical approach to my mental condition, which is you know chronic depression and anxiety. And now in this case, because I'm still talking as an 80-year-old who's experiencing these issues, and I was introduced. I obviously went to a doctor, went to a psychiatrist, I went to a psychologist, and I was advised to take some medication with a prescription from pharmacy. And I'm just asking, okay, so because everything right now is what you're saying to me sounds it doesn't sound practical. So I'm so used to externalizing things and the physicality of things, and taking a pill, and putting it in my mouth and drinking water afterwards to heal myself of this mental condition to help me. And what you're telling me so far is I don't understand it, because are you saying it's nothing to do with pills and
No,
having to take medication?
no,
Are you
it's
saying it's nothing to do with that?
no,
Are you saying it's something within myself?
yes,
What
absolutely.
is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's absolutely within yourself, because within yourself, it's your beliefs and obviously the conditioning of what you believe. The deeply seated conditioning that makes you believe that this medicine, this medical drug, or whatever you're taking for depression is going to make you feel good or relieve you or release this feeling of depression. And it's really about changing that belief, that this pill is going to make you feel better by something that's actually natural within you. So it's really replacing that placebo effect from the pill with your mindset, your thoughts telling you, okay, I believe in myself that I can feel good right now through my own belief of feeling good.
Okay.
So it's really a mindset, like changing your mindset and changing your beliefs around what you're taking right now, what you're doing, so your habits, changing your habits into new positive habits,
Okay.
or practices or
right.
practice or
Right.
behavior. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to step out of that character of the 80-year-old, and I'm no longer that character. I'm myself now. Back to me. My name is Lovewell, and this is Voice to Love. We're going to wrap things up. We'll continue with this topic at a later stage. We teach love. This is who we are. Special. Thank you very much, and we'll catch up with you guys, our love family. The next episode, try to keep this short and sweet so you guys can kind of follow through. So yeah, let's keep the love flowing.